What's up, everyone? So I'm back at home for a minute. Me and my girl about to be transitioning, moving back to my dad out of our apartment because they trying to up the rent, which we was gonna pay it, but after the issue I had with them today, we like we just gonna we still might do it. We still might. It just depends. We might pay a couple months then move back just so we can save up. Whatnot, my dad is trying to put himself in a position to give me this house, but I'm gonna have to talk about that later. But anyway, I want to read about this gym. Now I've been reading. So in the app, if you own a digital home in there, I'm gonna have to make some free and give some out to people just to make it just to really push this message across. There's a lot of stuff that I need to push out, but trying to think of how I'm gonna do this. Anyway, let's talk about this right here. So this is called PWC. It stands for Price Waterhouse Corporation, I believe, if I'm not mistaken. But this is a gym, and I got multiple videos talking on these people. But every year they update this, and this is the type of information that is trusted that people need to be following. So this is called PWC Private Tax and Wealth Planning Guide for 2022. But right here they're talking about family limited partnerships. Now they have so many strategies, and these strategies is a lot of strategies that wealthy people use. It is a reason, my personal opinion, why a lot of wealthy people, we ain't talking about the gurus on YouTube and all that talk about they can make you rich and they want to charge you up from. I'm talking about real wealthy people who have strategies. There is a communication barrier that blocks the shit because you have a certain, like in the political realm, certain party who want to tax the rich and wealthy. If you starting off in the same position that I'm in, you're going to want to do all you can and have strategies to protect your wealth from creditors, from any motherfucker who try to just taxes. Taxes is crazy, bro. I'm talking about there's so many different forms that they tax people, and I can build up these same systems in my app. But just overall, because the world is so big, if you was to see all the different tax little, I'll say bases, we have what's called a tax base, but like the little small ones on how a lot of shit is taxed, them look, it's so much, bro. It's so much tax. But anyway, let me just get to reading some of this. Family limited partnerships. A family partnership is an excellent way to manage and grow wealth. The family partnership is a separate business entity that can hold title to assets, collect income and gains, pay expenses, and file tax returns. I didn't even know that. That's a gem that just taught me something. A family partnership often takes the form of a limited liability company, LLC, which is treated as a partnership for tax purposes, or a limited partnership, LP, both of which are often referred to as a family limited partnership, FLP. One popular reason for forming a family partnership is to facilitate the transfer of wealth. That's because making gifts of partnership units to children or grandchildren or setting up trusts for their benefits allow the passage of family wealth without losing any of the sophisticated investment attributes available to large investment pools. Generally, property is contributed to a family partnership in exchange for both general and limited partnership units. Now, my dad been going through, when he had this health scare in 2021, he thought he was going to die. I'm dead. He was going to die, actually. That's the crazy part about it because he didn't know what was going on with him. And he didn't know if it was the medication. They switched the medication, so he started taking all his medications, which at a point on the health tip, when you taking medications, some of these shit, it change your whole body chemistry, so you can't stop taking it because you'll die. My dad almost put it, he was dying. Like, I didn't even know, and it's crazy because, you know, my mom died of cancer. They're saying my dad has cancer. I'm going off track a little bit. But I was 13 when my mom died, so the same shit, it was something that clicked. Like, I seen this shit before. Watching my dad. It's the same shit I watched my mom go through, but I didn't understand death. So, true shit in my situation, playing video games, I'm thinking, oh, she gonna come back to life. Nah, nigga. Once she left, I'm thinking I'm gonna run into my mom at the store. Oh, it fucked me up. But when I was a kid, I used to be like, damn, I'm probably running into my mom one day when I go shopping or something. I'm gonna see her one day. But you get older, that shit still fucks me to this day. But anyways, he was trying to set up to get the house to me and all this stuff, and which got me into strategy because I was looking like, okay, well, what's the way to get it over? And I have child support, so my dad was trying to look out for my best interest on protecting this asset if he give it to me. And I was like, he was like, oh, we put it in a trust. We seeked out a lawyer and whatnot, but they had this thing called a TOD, which is a transfer on death deed. So I was gonna do that because that has a little bit of protection and a lot of stuff. You avoid probate and whatnot, but we're just gonna put it in a living trust and do like a living will and stuff like that. But he was gonna refinance the home. And we went through some issues with that because I feel like my dad shouldn't have told this person, because the person that was going to do the refinance, he had sent my dad some new paperwork, and it's a grimy world out here, especially in the professional where you start seeing greasy, grimy people. So on the new forms that he had the loan was not assumable, which means that if my dad did die, he couldn't transfer it over. I couldn't assume the loan at all, and it would have been a win for them because they would have got the property. Who knows? It's up in value now. It's been a lot of people trying to even send, get my dad to take out loans on it, take out equity and shit. It's up like crazy, but just the fact, like, going to this is like, my dad don't know about shit like this and whatnot, but I could bring this up to him, but it probably wouldn't even make a difference because one of my goals is to get the money and just pay the house off. I need to keep that damn house. I've been in the house since I was a child, so memories and just the understanding, it's important for the family. But just seeing stuff like this, learning these type of gems is important things to learn, bro. And on a personal note, I feel like from what I read too, it's important to have, to own a home, bro. Like, just if you own a home and all you have to do is pay utilities, like talking to my dad going through the experience, like, okay, well, if you paid this house off, because I ain't understanding shit, so going through the situation matured me a lot and just doing a lot of reading. Like, what would you have to pay? Just the utilities, just to keep it up? Like, yeah, and the property tax. I was like, damn, because his mortgage right now is $1,260, and that's what blows my mind too. Like, bro, they upped our rent to $1,590 for a fucking 1 bedroom. Excuse my language. My dad's mortgage is $1,260, so it's like crazy. Like, come on, bro. Like, where's the common sense? Make it make sense. This blows my mind, man. Everything that went up, so they put you in a position, and I feel like it's like some type of personal issue that they got, like something sneaky that they doing. We talked to a lawyer, and he gave us these papers. I already said this in another video to send to them because the way that they doing shit was illegal. So they were supposed to give us a 90-day notice. They didn't give us that. There's just a whole bunch of shit they ain't do, but I ain't gonna get into it. But anyway, I ain't gonna make it too much long. Let me get back to reading this though. All right. Where was I at? As a rule, the retained value of a general partnership interest will be small because the objective is to transfer the bulk of the value through the limited partnership units to younger generations. If the partnership is properly structured and administered, gifts of partnership or LLC units will not be included in the donor's estate once those gifts are complete. See, and this is why I try to learn this type of stuff too, because I got 4 kids, so, as the wealth builds up, these are going to be strategies that I have to learn that are important because it's a lot of shit, especially when you got kids. Like, you got to make up in your mind, like, who going to get what and what not. And that's the same thing that my dad was dealing with on a personal level. Some things I can't talk about, but I'll talk about it. It really don't matter. But anyways, my dad had a little health scare. My sister come out here. She just started taking control, saying that she was the what is that? Like, she was power of attorney, all this stuff. She was trying to get my dad sent to a whole nother state. My dad come too. They telling my dad all this. He like, I ain't going out of fucking state. Like, so it made him realize, like, okay, well, what would have happened to the house type shit? And my dad was saying, like, she be able to just sold every damn thing. At that time, my mentality wasn't even on this type of shit. I'm just getting my apartment, me and my girl. So it's like, mature wise, going through this shit with my dad, it made me start learning, okay, I need to up my adultness. And being in a realm of looking at home ownership and just understanding stuff with having your own place, matured it's a different type of maturity that comes with that shit, and a different understanding. Also, too, with life insurance, because I just took over my life insurance probably like a year ago, maybe. So looking and learning about that even gave me understanding too. And it's just a whole bunch of shit I learned about insurance, annuities, and stuff like that. I learned a lot of gems and stuff doing this type of research, especially when it comes to wealth building. But my sister did that, so it's just like, you gotta make up your mind on stuff like that. And also with my dad too, when his parents died, they had him in control of the will and whatnot. He was supposed to get some money. His parents ended up dying. He had a brother, and this made me mad. Rest in peace to his brother. But on some real shit, it had me hot, because it's like his brother took the will. It was like, I'm gonna hold it for you. And in my head, it's like, why the fuck? If I was my dad, I'm not letting you hold the will. Like, what is that? What if our parents just died? This was a stepdad, but if our parents just died, why out of all things you come around when you hear about it and you say, I'll hold the will for you? That's sus. That's sus. I'll hold the will for you. Nah, I'll just go put it in my car. And it make me mad too when my dad told me. I'm like, damn, nigga, like, but it's his brother, so his brother, I'll hold it to you till you get back, you get things situated. Nah, I'm gonna just put this in my car or something, or that I would have been like, that's weird. I'd have caught on to that quick. Like, that's weird. Like, family just died and you talking about, let me hold the will for you, I'm gonna hold it for you. Like, so they end up forging my dad's signature and taking everything from him, house, the money, every damn thing. And my dad's mom told my dad that if this was to happen, don't do nothing, because I know my dad, it would have been a wrap. He would have probably been in jail for life, or they probably would have just got dealt with, and nobody never would have knew besides them when they had to face the consequences of doing some fuck shit like that. But anyways, stuff like that. So my dad don't want his kids going through that same shit and whatnot. And yeah, that's just that. But let me get back to reading this. So where we at? Got right there. Hold on, I think I read. Yeah. Additionally, there is a level of asset protection associated with family partnerships. The partnership unit ownership can be restricted to family membership or to trust for the benefit of family members. In addition, such partnerships offer protection of assets from creditors. Finally, see, that's what you need. In addition, such partnerships offer protection of assets from creditors. And this is the thing that they don't let you know. Like, I'm dealing with child support. I remember watching a video when I was younger. It was this dude. He was breaking down crying. It was a white dude. Like, child support was put a lien against his house. They're finna take his shit. And he crying. He like fucked up. And I was young at the time, early 20s. So in my head, I'm like, shit, well, damn, I ain't got no house, but it always put in my mind, I can't get no damn house and shit. You don't look at shit like that when you're young, but you should look at that when you're young. And I realize that it's not too many older, organized people that are going to be willing to put you in a position. Like, the whole city council has that resource, those resources to put young people in a position like that, but they will not and they won't, because I feel that if they were to do it for young people, and a lot of young people figured it out, they won't need they won't be they won't be like, they won't need them. Like, simple as that. And they'll have to get in line to make these people either be helpful. But it's shit like that. When you come from struggling and shit, going through shit, it make you look. I don't know, man. I don't want to cross too many lines and shit, because there's weird people out there. But it just puts you in a position like, damn, man, like, y'all motherfuckers could have taught motherfucker all this, man. Like, especially the older people. It's weird because people get taught how to run systems and they just go on autopilot mode, bro. Like, first and foremost, I remember, like, when I was in high school, there was a teacher I had in science, I was in biology. This nigga talking about rent and all this, got us going over all this shit, mapping out the plans realistically. But it's like, damn, all you older people, y'all should be hard. Like, hey, wait, it's fucking rough out here figuring out all that gas, everything. And all that shit, man. Because sometimes younger people hear about it, hear about a recession. I remember that, hearing about a recession, all that in high school. It didn't have no effect. And I didn't understand what that shit is. But the motherfuckers really talked about it. But like, oh, okay. Now motherfuckers starting to figure out, I'm pushing the 30s and shit. And I'm just like, that's crazy. Because it seems like they make every age group go through the same thing over and over and over. But anyway, let me get back to reading this. Well, this taught me something that, just some protective stuff. In addition, such partnerships offer protection of assets from creditors. Finally, they say, Oh, my bad. Finally, they enable family members to invest through a single vehicle, which can reduce investment costs, facilitating record keeping and provide flexibility that might not be available in a trust arrangement. Extra care should be taken when establishing family partnerships as they are routinely scrutinized by the IRS. Wow, that's interesting. When the IRS is involved, the most controversial issue is typically whether the value of a partnership unit should be discounted for gift or estate tax purposes. If the IRS invalidates the partnership, the discount related to the partnership is removed, and occasionally the entire gift is invalidated, and you have to pay taxes like crazy. Which I don't see nothing wrong with the tax base, bro. But it's like, damn, man. Like, not in this tax and wealth planning guide, but I believe I read maybe like the 2019 or the 2021. It was a scenario in there where a dude put something in a trust for his wife who was a foreigner, and they had a kid together, and he had like 150 million, somewhere around there, you know. And what the heck? Yeah. Girl, oh god, I'll be out in a minute. I'll be out in a minute. It's some food in that air fryer, but if you don't want it, we'll go get something.
Oh, what's in the air fryer?
I just told you some damn chicken.
Oh, you put some chicken strips in there?
Yeah, if you don't want that, we'll go somewhere in a minute. Jeez.
Okay, I'll wait for you.
Alright. This video is ridiculous, bro. Shit. Anyway, her ass in there. Women are complicated. God dang, when it comes to food, it is food in the kitchen. I literally went to, I literally just went and got Baker's for this girl. Got her a fucking burger, fries. And it's a whole fucking freezer full of food. Damn. Anyways, women are something else. But anyway, let's get back to this. I forgot where I was at. Yeah, but I was that's what it was. So dude had like 150 million wealth, and if he didn't have it set up in that type of trust that he had, I forgot what it was, what the trust name was, but he would have been taxed $60 million. Do you know how fucking mad I would be that I built up all this wealth to have, protected, put in a certain type of trust for my wife and for my son, and if I didn't have that set up, taxed $60 million. And that's where I start to realize, like, taxes is crazy. It's real fucking crazy, because it's like, dude, like, y'all contribute nothing for me to build up this wealth. Like, even in the position that I'm in right now, like, building up my shit, putting myself in position to where I can really scale it out when shit is set in stone and right, it just blows my mind, like, because this is the start that I'm going through, and there's nobody here helping me. Dead ass, I had to learn all this shit from myself. Yet we have a whole city council that has all the resources for business. Yet they don't teach you nothing. They could have taught me this shit in high school. I'd have been with a whole bunch of gyms going through my 20s. So now I'm in the 20s. Start off around 24, 25, and I got antisocial and all. And I telling people I'm trying to merge my 20s with my 30s. So that time when I get by my 30s, and it come like this, my mentality, I can handle the world, and be way more better. So I plan on cruising through my 30s, dead ass. Smart decisions, a whole bunch of shit. Maturity, responsibility, a whole bunch of shit, bro. Like, this shit, it just blows my mind. But, anyway, let's get back to this. My bad. Where were we at? Extra care should be taken. If the IRS invalidates the partnership, the discount related to the partnership is removed, and occasionally the entire gift is invalidated. The IRS continues to challenge family partnerships that do not have good facts, e.g., no business purpose, deathbed planning, too much control over distributions. The IRS tends to concentrate on partnerships that are not operated in a proper business manner, are ones in which family members need constant distributions for living expenses. However, if properly structured and operated and family, I forgot what FLP stands for. How do I forget? Family Limited Partnership? Hold on, let me make sure. Yeah, Family Limited Partnership. Okay. However, if properly structured and operated and FLP can be a very useful tool. And it just blows my mind because it's like now, like, where is it? The IRS tends to concentrate on partnerships that are not operated in a proper business manner or one in which family members need constant distribution for living expenses. I was looking at some strategies before I even read this, like, oh, that's dope, because you could put yourself in a position or set up certain like situations where it distribute income to like loved ones, grandchildren. There's so many gems you can learn from wealthy people, and this type of shit is interesting to me that the IRS would do that. But you gotta understand, my opinion, that the IRS is ran by regular people who are at a computer, typing away, doing a job, just coming up, slapping shit up out there, trying to fucking prevent and stop other people from doing shit and having wealth strategy. This, in my opinion, why the wealthy don't have time to really give good gems to struggling people. They don't have time, because every year, it's not like it's just, oh, every other year or something I gotta have a strategy. No, it's every year, every damn day. Every day you gotta have goals to set yourself up so that way you be in a better position at the end of the year, because you got people who run systems, not knocking the IRS to the fullest, but who sit up here and try to take what's yours that you went up and strategized for. Simple as that. Whether you innovative and coming up with a new idea, a new service, product, whatever it is, like, here, I started this new process of doing things. Chill out. Y'all wasn't with me when I built the wealth. Bam, okay, I understand it's cool to pay taxes, it's cool to, contribute. And they even have charity giving fucking strategies when you giving to the charity. They got a bunch of gems in here, bro. And I'm telling y'all need to read this shit. Read this shit and get your ass a damn advisor. Seek an attorney the whole nine. That's the shit me and my girl do. We always seeking information. I'm not gonna act like they know it all. That's one thing. But learn from trusted resources like this. Get a financial advisor. You call them people up. I want to learn this, I want to learn that, learn this, learn that. For real, but it just blows my mind. It's like, damn, man, like, so I'm starting to understand, like, this is crazy, and I've never seen the IRS be like this, so this is interesting to me, like, whoa. That's interesting. That's funny. But, I just wanted to read that. They got a bunch of gems in here I'm going to get back to reading. Cross-border consideration, but I don't want to make these videos too long. But U.S. citizens and U.S. tax residents, I'll read a little bit of this. The United States taxes its citizens and certain U.S. residents on transfer of wealth during life and at death. Similar to the U.S. taxation of worldwide income, taxation on the transfer of U.S. citizens and certain U.S. residents' worldwide property occurs regardless of the location of the property. Therefore, potentially all transfers of wealth are subject to U.S. estate tax, gift tax, and let me reread that because I'm reading too fast. Potentially all transfers of wealth are subject to U.S. estate tax, gift tax, and generation skipping transfer tax, collectively known as transfer taxes. For U.S. citizens, the reach of the U.S. transfer tax system is fairly clear. The rules for non-citizens, however, are more complex. You should be aware that for purposes of the estate and gift tax, residency is tested differently from how it is tested for income tax purposes. While income tax residency is determined through the objective tests such as measuring the number of days the person spent in the United States, estate and gift tax and residency is measured subjectively on the basis of intent. It is based on the individual's domicile, I believe that it is, and is therefore mainly a question of fact. As a result, if you have non-citizen status in the United States, you may nonetheless be treated as a U.S. resident for purposes of estate and gift tax, even if you are not treated as a resident for income tax purposes. I ain't gonna read all this, but they got a whole bunch of gems up in here, bro. But I'm gonna keep this short, and I'm gonna upload this, and I'll come back and read some more. I'm out. Y'all go.